everybody, it's Trish. I was tagged by Rebekah IAMMAMA24 to show my 20 crafty favorites and must-haves for 2012. And so I'm going to jump right in and do so. Some of these items will be my crafty favorites this past year, and some are my favorites all the time. So in no particular order, we're going to start with the paper trimmer. This trimmer is by Stampin' Up, and it's my all-time favorite paper cutter. It easily cuts through 2 sheets of Stampin' Up cardstock. 2 is about it for this one. Clean cuts every time. It's self-sharpening, so I've never had to replace the blades, and it's about 3 years old. Oh yes, and gotta have a cup of coffee on the go all the time when I'm crafting. The next thing, this would be something for 2012, would be baker's twine. I used baker's twine probably on, I'm going to say about all the cards I made this past year. Adhesive, Tombow Mono Multi. Snail. I have a ATG gun, and I like it. I like the stickiness of it, but I found I was grabbing my snail. I like that it's small, and I'm in a dry climate, so I have no trouble with snail sticking. So I'd have to say that this is probably a favorite. Mini glue dots, use them all the time. And to go along with mini glue dots on my desk at all times is this. And this is a little insert from my clear block caddy. And I just use it to hold my paper piercer. But the favorite here is the paper piercer. I use it to pick up glue dots. And I roll the glue dot. Sometimes if you have a really teeny tiny embellishment, I use this paper piercer to flick off the backing off of Stampin' Dimensionals, like that. So this is another of my favorite dimensionals. I use dimensionals on just about every single card also. And as you can see here, you've got some dimension. And so I've got 1, 2, 3 layers of dimension, and it just brings the card to life. The next thing would be stamps that match punches. I love stamps that match punches. It makes it quick and easy. So here I've got my little mitten that I've stamped, then punched, and it's ready to go to add to a card. That would be cute even on that. Clear blocks. I love stamps. I love rubber stamps in particular. I like wood-mounted stamps, and I like the unmounted stamps. And what I like best in a wood mount stamp set are small image stamps, because there's many, and I find, especially with this type of set here where you're building something or you're using multiples of stamps in the same set, if it's all one theme, you often are grabbing for an additional stamp. So those kind of stamp sets I prefer in wood mount. Something like this, where you've got one large image and then some sentiments that go with it, I absolutely love to have an unmounted set. So I do like both. And I was going to show in this set in particular, this stamp here is 1, a row of teacups. It's a great concept for a border or something like that, even a main image. But what I did with this is I cut them apart, and this allows me to stamp 1 teacup, or I can put them back together on the block like that. Or you could even do something where you're stacking your cups like this, and you can get a really cute image that way too. So it's just a nice thing to be able to do with an unmounted set like this. It gives you a lot more options that way. Alright, and another favorite of mine of this past year would be seam binding ribbon. I loved seam binding ribbon in all colors. I like this ribbon in particular because it's thin, it ties easily, you can do techniques with it, you can grunge it up, roll it up, distress it, you can pull the center and you get a completely different look again with a fine tight ruffle. That look there. So seam binding, my favorite ribbon of 2012. Alright, then back to some more favorite tools would be my detail cutting scissors. Have those on my desk all the time. Then the ribbon cutting scissors. Have those there all the time. A new favorite for 2012 were the firm foam ink pads from Stampin' Up. They are so awesome to stamp with. They pick up the ink with just a light touch, and here, let me pull in a piece of cardstock. So the ink, you pick it up with just a light touch, no grinding or extra pushing, and it's just such a nice solid image, especially with solid image stamps. So, new firm foam ink pads. Okay, and Rebecca, yep, I'm with you on the baby wipes on the craft desk. Gotta have it. Wiping up all kinds of messes, glitter, fingertips, stamp blocks. Yeah, definitely gotta have those there. Okay, and then another favorite would be my storage for on my desktop. This is a Pampered Chef tool turnabout. It's meant for the kitchen counter, and I actually have two of these, and I thought I'd give one a try up in my kitchen, but I didn't like it for my kitchen tools. I said to my husband, I'm going to take that thing back downstairs again because I much prefer it for my crafting tools. Thank you very much. And then we've got